honored to welcome student athletes, coaches, administration, fellow Elks members, and guests to the 67th Annual Elks Banquet. Tonight we'll hear a few opening remarks, introduce all our student athletes and coaches, present a few awards, and give out some scholarships. And at the end, we'll listen to our guest speaker. Before we move on to our program, I'd like to introduce a few distinguished guests that took their time out on a Sunday to join us. Please raise your hand when your name is called. So you have to look this way. Mrs. Ann Steinwick, from the head of Sheboygan Christian School. Mr. Ben Steen, Dean of Students at Sheboygan South. I think he was just at this banquet like a year ago. John Mychek, from the principal at Sheboygan North. Mr. Matt Schutte, Executive Director of Sheboygan Lutheran. Mr. Jacob Conrath, our Superintendent here at Sheboygan Area School District. Steve Peterson, who's not in here, I don't believe at this time. He's our treasurer of our Gridiron. Now you have to look this way. Mr. Kevin Pauls, head of the Scholarship Committee. And Mr. Mark Shinneman, he's our secretary of our Gridiron Committee, which is over here. At this time, I would like to bring up to the podium Mr. Tyson Gutchow. Mr. Gutchow is a successful businessman in our community. Mr. Gutchow's business and family are extremely generous to many groups in the Sheboygan County area. And he has some special news for you, the student athletes.
So we're going to do a couple scholarships in honor of my mother, Donna Gutchow. She loves sports. My dad loves sports. My daughter's going to get up here and talk about his legacy and what he all is involved in the community. But we love our community. We love our youth. We love sports. So in honor of my mom, we're going to do four $500 scholarships in her name, and it's going to be a random draw. You have to be here. So everyone in this room who's here is eligible for the scholarship. And then we're also going to give away right now autographed shoes of our guest speaker here. It's an honor. They're size 15 or 16, right? Huge shoes, huge.
They can use them to ski on the lakes and stuff.
All right, awesome. So that first drawing we're going to do right now, and then your name's going to go back in for the $500 scholarships. Thank you.
How often do you get to go someplace with a chance to win $500? 1 in 100 chance. And a pair of shoes.
Pair of shoes. From North High School. Go ahead.
Ethan Messner. And here's your first chance to win $500. By the way, next year we're going to have a banquet, so you got to go back to school and tell all your friends, because we want this room full of people. You know, how often do you get a chance to have this wonderful opportunity from this family?
For the first one.
North High School. Jamie Gordon. Just come up and see Mr. Gutchow. At this time, I want to, if everyone could give a round of applause for Liz and our kitchen staff back there. Now I'd like you to introduce Mr. Bill Wagner, Chairman of the Gridiron Committee.
I'm just going to use you as a lean forward a little bit, Jason. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Did you turn this off? Nope, it's on. Good. Student athletes, coaches, administrators, Brian, invited guests, Elks members, welcome to the 67th Annual Gridiron Sports Banquet and Awards Program. The Gridiron Committee was organized and the first banquet held in 1959 with the direction from the exalted ruler to conduct a banquet to honor the football players at North High and then Central High School. Obviously, a lot of things have changed since then, as we now recognize student athletes from 5 high schools and all the sports that receive letters. Most of you might be wondering, what is the Gridiron Committee? The committee was originally a football first type of committee and wasn't necessarily all that large. But now it's the largest continually active committee of this lodge, and it serves 2 purposes. The first one is to conduct this banquet, and since 1985, the scope of the banquet expanded to award scholarships. Every person that has won a scholarship at this banquet is listed in your program. Take the time to go through, take a look at the names in there. See how many of those names you know and recognize. You'll be surprised. Tonight, with the generosity of the members, several Elks families, and the Sheboygan area community that support our bingo nights, we will present $21,000 in scholarships and awards, which brings the total of scholarships and awards presented since 1985 to over $405,000. Our second purpose is to support youth sports activities throughout the county. It's very possible many of you or someone you know has participated in activities the committee supports. Some of those organizations and activities through the years include Sheboygan Youth Football, American Legion Baseball, the Special Olympics program, and more so into the Elks Lodge itself, the Elks Hoop Shoot, which is held every December down at the Y. And that's just to name a few of the things that we've sponsored through the years. It takes a lot to conduct this banquet, and there's some thanks that need to be extended. First off, the lodge membership. Their contributions provided the meal you ate tonight. On the back of your ticket, there was the name of a member or a member's widow that paid for your meal. Send that person a note thanking them for their donation. They truly appreciate receiving them. As chairman, I often hear from members that they have received thank you notes. They're truly impressed with the quality of the person that attends this banquet. Secondly, the Gridiron Committee. Their attention to getting various tasks completed makes putting on this banquet a pleasure. There's a lot of moving parts to this banquet, and we have people in spots that just take care of it. I just tell them to get to work, and I don't worry about it. Third, the athletic directors and their staffs in providing information, which makes putting together the program a lot easier task, and also in getting information out to all of you, which led to you being here today. Also, Engelhart Dairy for their generous donation of milk you drank tonight. And lastly, to committee member Bill Richards for doing the work in securing not only Brian to speak tonight, but for 51 other speakers that also spoke at this banquet through the years. I want to welcome Brian Butch to tonight's banquet. Brian first made his mark in athletics as a student at Appleton West High School. His senior year, he was named Wisconsin Player of the Year and also named to a McDonald's High School All-American basketball team. He went on to play at the University of Wisconsin, where he gained other honors and awards. He played professional basketball in various places overseas, also here in the States in the G League. G League at that time. Today, we get to hear him on 97.3 FM from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. With the morning show with Steve Zabin. It's a sports show that's not really a sports show. At least that's the way I think of it. He also does Badger basketball radio broadcasts, doing analysis with Matt LePay. And he also does the occasional Big Ten Network games, doing game analysis. My last comment to all of you is that participation in athletics teaches a lot of life skills. Take those skills into the rest of your life. They will serve you well. At this time, I would like to introduce the exalted ruler of Elks Lodge 299, Mr. David Elliott. You're welcome. And the mic's still on.
Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. This is one of our premier events we hold at our lodge. You people are the future. You are what carry us forward as a nation. Keep these goals in mind that you have on your athletics. Keep them in mind for your family and for your country. I'd like the Gridiron people who work this to please stand up. You have a lot of us in here. If you're on the Gridiron committee, please stand up. Please give them a round of applause. They do so much for what we do here. On top of that, all I want to say is I hope your meal was good. I hope you had a good time. And please enjoy this and never forget what you've done for yourself. Thank you all.
Mr. Steve Peterson's in the back, so give him a round of applause. At this time, we'd like to introduce all of our coaches, senior letter winners from Sheboygan. Okay, Dave? Please stand when your name is called and remain standing until all members of your school are introduced. I will ask that you please hold your applause until all the members of your school is introduced. We're going to start off with Mr. Chris Hine from Sheboygan South.
All right, on behalf of Sheboygan South High School, I'd first like to thank the Elks Club, Lodge 299, for their generosity and support of high school athletics in the Sheboygan community. This is truly a unique and special event. $21,000 given away tonight is an amazing and unique thing. That doesn't happen in other communities that I'm aware of, certainly not in this area, out of clubs and lodges like the Elks Club here. At this time, I would ask the South coaches if they can make their way that are in attendance tonight, if they can make their way into the hall. I want to thank the South coaches in attendance tonight. We truly appreciate all that you do for the student athletes at Sheboygan South. First, Kevin and Lisa Herber, cross country and track coaches. Mike Rank, football. Ken Anderson, girls volleyball. The Dean of Mean, Mr. Ben Steen, football. And especially our activities secretary, who does a lot of the behind the scenes work that Bill mentioned before, getting the tickets printed, getting the programs done, Michelle McLaughlin. And the financial secretary at Sheboygan South, who also does a lot of the work behind the scenes, Patty Ginther. Thank all of you. And of course, congratulations to all the student athletes for earning a varsity letter or several letters in the case of many of you in this room. That letter represents hard work, dedication, sacrifice, unselfishness, resilience, and grit. All traits that will serve you well no matter what path you choose in life. We wish for a blessed and bright future for each of you. And now I'd like to announce the senior letter winners in attendance tonight from Sheboygan South. Please hold your applause until the end. Emma Anderson. Who's that, Kohler? Fix that. All right. Sienna Benz. Ellen Brula. Please. All right. Christian Calles Dominguez. Octavia Clavel. Delaney Crimmins. Antone Flowers. Jesus Guadalupe Rami. Tequila Hagens. Anna Jens. Justin Kaufman. Hayden Kiso. Carter Kruger. Esperanza Lara. Nathan Moore, Jansuni Mua, Owen Murphy, Caitlin Netakoven, Ellie Romer, Kennedy Richter, Gavin Rick, Antoine Scott, Ty Smith, Elena Thiel, Caden Thone, Hudson Tautenhoeft, Kayla Wiesa, Henry White. Thank you all.
Mr. Al Holzheimer, Sheboygan Lutheran.
On behalf of Sheboygan Lutheran High School, it is my honor and privilege to be here. And a huge thank you to the members of the Elks Gridiron Committee for honoring the area's student athletes with this fantastic recognition dinner. You guys set the standard for a quality event for our young people in the area. At this time, I'd like, or it is my honor to introduce senior letter winners from Sheboygan Lutheran. Please stand. Taylor Brigham, Gabriella Fredericks, Jacqueline Kakuzi, Cole Clapprich, Andrew Krieger, Reed Kaczynski, Alexei Laganchuk, Max Lemus, Jack McGillis, Reagan Makala, Brandon Nickish, Sophia Arata, Madeline Ron, Greta Rick, Lizzie Schmitz, Delaney Shu, Lucas Scholze, Jake Thomas, Madison Vasily, Andrew Lipom, Addie Verhagen, Sarah Visser, Claire Waleka, and Ethan Winter. Congrats not only to the Lutheran High senior athletes in the room, but from all the other schools that are present here today. Congratulations on your academic and athletic success. I would encourage you to use the lessons that you've learned from athletics to become leaders in your community so that one day you can give back in a way similar to how the Elks have done for you. And please also take a moment at graduation to thank your coaches and parents for helping you along this athletic journey. And to all the coaches, athletic directors, administrators, thank you for your daily preparation, your willingness to lead at your respective schools, and the important role you play in shaping your student athletes to be leaders as they move on from your high school. I'm proud to announce our coaches from Sheboygan Lutheran that are here in attendance tonight. Girls basketball, head coach Tyler Thomas, assistant Jaslyn Pozowitz. Well, go ahead. Boys basketball, Nick Verhagen. And cross country, Jeff Jers. And coaches, thank you for being here tonight.
Jason Klug, Sheboygan Christian.
Good evening. My name is Jason Klug, and I'm the athletic director at Sheboygan Christian School. This is my first Elks Award banquet, and it's a privilege to be here tonight. Wisconsin high school athletics participation as a whole is in a healthy place, and events like tonight will only help that prosper. Thank you to the Elks Gridiron Committee for making this awards night possible, and especially to Bill and Kevin for the great communication. At this time, I would like to honor the senior letter winners from Sheboygan Christian. Greta Likett, Noah Atkinson, Maddie Hendricks, Lily Martin, Connor Warmus, Liam O'Keefe, Jackson Keel, and Willem DeYoung. These seniors have left their mark at SES by their work ethic, their faith, and by being servant leaders. So thank you. We also have with us tonight our head of school, Ann Steenwijk, and I don't see our coach here, Todd Wagner. Oh, Todd Wagner. Thank you both for your dedication. To all the other seniors in this room tonight, congratulations. Whatever your next step in life is, I hope you keep in mind the lessons that you learned by playing sports in high school. The Elks mission is to build stronger communities, and you can play a hand in that mission starting today. To the coaches and athletic directors in the room, thank you for your endless dedication to these athletes and the sacrifices you make daily. We can all think back to a coach or AD who changed our lives for the better. Lastly, to our administrators, you make this possible by allowing us to do our jobs effectively to pour into our student athletes. Thank you.
Mr. John Modchek from Sheboygan North, please.
Thank you, Elks members and the Gridiron Club and all those involved with putting on tonight's event and for the meal tonight. Thank you. It's an honor to be here to introduce North's coaches and student athletes. And as principal at North High School, it is an absolute blast to see students just compete, perform, or contribute. Last night we had Expo, kind of a giant talent show at North High School. Some of our athletes were part of that. I see Expo took a little bit of a hit on some of our attendance, but again, an absolute blast watching you guys compete, perform, and contribute. Friday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, Monday nights, Saturdays, Sundays, you name it. Thank you again for allowing us to watch you. All right, here's North's seniors. Sophia Adams, Jet Benninghaus, Mahae Blake, Zach Brown, Brooklyn Brunner, Ava Doherty, Destiny Dusterbeck, Aubrey Ingalls, Sophia Fields, Jada Flipsy, Jamie Gordon, Megan Greenlow, Gabrielle Hagemeyer, Brielle Hamilton, Lisette Hernandez, Jaden Yetzer, Kabao Kang, Mason Kiekafer, Maya Kiekafer, Grace Kiefer, Davis Knowles, Tyler Conrad, Noel Krugel, Luna Lee, Shauna Lee, Sienna Lee, Alicia Lopez, Cadence Lower, Christian Martinez, Ethan Meisner, Owen Malay, Claire Mickelson, Emmeline Miller, Ryder Miller, Trenton Mitchell, Vince Nienhuis, Evan Nixon, Max Olson, Miles Fanthareth, Ella Prasuti, Oliver Quintuero Pina, Sarah Riddell, Sophia Reinholtz, Elena Ryder, Peyton Salazar, Sarah Shear, Caleb Stahl, Jacob Stahl, Bryce Tempest, Kristen Tao, Allison Wara, Isabella Wagner, Sam Webb, and Hannah Williams. Gosh, I hope they're all standing. We didn't miss anybody. All right. Thank you, North student athletes. All right, for our coaching staff, please wave in the back. We have our head cheerleading coach, Steph Weber. Head football coach, Joey O'Brien. Head swim boys, Dylan Steinbrecker. And his assistants, Chad Valere and Connor Valere. Head track boys, Ted Schermetzler. Head track girls, Franz Felix. And head boys volleyball, Ernesto Matus. Thank you, coaches. Appreciate all the work you do.
Ryan Springer, Kohler.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ryan Springer. I'm the athletic director at Kohler. On behalf of Kohler School District, thank you to all the senior athletes who are here today and who have given it your all for the last 4 years. We have a lot of amazing student athletes in this room, some of the best talents in the state that I've seen play and compete over the last couple of years that I've been here. Thank you to the coaches, ADs, superintendents, to our guest speaker, Brian Butch, for being here to support all the student athletes, everyone in this room tonight. Finally, thank you to the Elks Club 299 and the Gridiron Committee for putting this event on. The Elks Club has gone above and beyond with this event and to give out all the scholarships that they're going to be giving out this evening. We do have a coach in attendance tonight. He is our boys and girls tennis coach, Coach Bob Sasse, back there. And we have a lot of students here tonight too that are all varsity letter winners. Avery Baxter. No clapping. Come on now. I know you're nice. Anna Becker. Clark Baylor. Emily Bugby. Addie Horn. Tifa Abizavek. Sorry. AJ Justinger. Mackenzie Kaufman. Clara Kautzer. Ava Mand. Elizabeth Martin. Erin Machon. Turk Morehouse. Ben Reaganator. Brady Ryan. Olivia Sharon. Sam Sawacki. Mallory Simons. Addie Tershner. Sophia Torkey. Zane Willitson. And Annabelle Whitwer. Hopefully that's everyone.
At this time, I would like to bring back Tyson Gutchow, and I invite Coach O'Brien and Coach Rank to come back into the place. Money time.
All right, I'm a North High grad, and I picked 2 North High for the first 2, and so I brought Lily Rhino here to help me out because I can't keep picking these North High students because I went there. So, Lily.
Okay, this next one's going to a student from Kohler, Mackenzie Kaufman.
Oops, sorry.
See, I told you to mix it up a little bit.
At this time, we'd like to ask Coach Joe O'Brien, head football coach at Sheboygan North, and Coach Mike Rank, the head football coach at South, to come to the podium, please, to present the annual North-South Football Game Trophy, which has been handed out 67 times.
Hi, everybody. Just want to say, all the student athletes in here, it's phenomenal that you're here. It's a great turnout. I sat in that seat that you guys were in years ago. Probably a lot of people up here did that if you're from Sheboygan. But if you're a North Side football player, can you stand up, please? And if you're a South Side football player, South, stand up, please. And anyone else who's played football, please stand up. All right. So, thanks, guys. Take a seat. Take a seat. But I appreciate it. I know how much hard work it is. Football's a tough sport. And I couldn't hand this trophy off to a better guy. I consider Coach O'Brien a good friend. We're real close. And you guys that played for North this year, absolutely one of the best teams I've seen in Sheboygan. probably since 03, 04, the South teams that we had. And you guys were phenomenal. You guys were a great opponent, and I appreciate your efforts that you play. And hopefully we'll get you next year, but we'll see. A lot of hard work with that. But here's Coach O'Brien. Make this official, hand it off.
All right. Thank you, Coach Rank. And I just want to echo what he had said. We are definitely good friends and neighbors. And I think as this rivalry has evolved over the years, I think many of you guys have realized that as well. And we've partnered on several different occasions and continue to put a free youth camp together year in, year out. So I think we have all realized that we are friends and neighbors all but 1 week a year. So I really appreciate that. Thank you to all of you. To you student athletes in the rooms, congratulations on all of your achievements thus far, and good luck with all your future endeavors. And then Elks members and administrators, thank you for continuing to support our athletes and support us. We could not do it without you guys, so thank you very much.
All right. It's now time for awards and scholarship portion of our program. I'd like to ask Mr. Kevin Pauls, also known as the Money Man, chairman of our scholarship committee, to come to the podium.
I guess I've always been height challenged. Always been too short for my weight. Okay. Well, again, welcome to all of you. I'd like to thank our committee, Nick Reinl in the back, Ken Anderson, I think he's in the other room, Bill Wagner, Mark Scheineman, and we get together to look at all of those things that you, all of those applications. Yeah, I got Nick. I sure did. He's standing right back there. Yeah. So all of those applications, I want to thank you. I think we had over 70 applications this year, and a number of other nominations as well. So we're going to get right to the money. The Gridiron Academic Excellence Award is the first award. It's in memory of Dutch Thornton. This dates back to 1959. The award is $500, and it's sponsored by the Elks Gridiron Committee. Dutch was an original Gridiron Committee member and a great athlete. He's a football player. This goes to the football player with the highest GPA from South and North. Our South honoree has 3 letters in football, 1 in track. Most improved offensive players as a senior, at a 4.79 weighted GPA, and that is Hayden Kiesel. This, I'm sure you walk past this all the time. This is in your trophy cases at school. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll get that in a second. The recipient from North, let me see, 3 letters in football, 2 in track. He was a second team all-conference as a junior and senior. Elected captain as a senior. All-state as a senior North High offensive lineman and offensive lineman of the year. Had 4.0 average, and that is Evan Nixon. Which way is north? This way's north. Look at that. Okay. Just so you know, the basic requirements for these awards are you have to participate and receive at least 2 varsity letters in high school. You need to be nominated by a varsity coach or apply with the Sheboygan Public Education Foundation. You need to apply for local scholarships. You should be at or near the top 25% of your graduating class and enter a program leading to a 2 or 4 year degree. And most of all, you need to be a good citizen. Okay. So my first award is the Chester Harrison Memorial. It's given to a recipient from either North or South, and the award is $1,000. This happens to be my father-in-law, and I never get this done right. He was a longtime Elk, and he believed in kids. He was a founding member of this committee and an avid sports fan, and he always was for the underdog. He always wanted to salute that kid who just tried a little harder because he wasn't the most talented athlete. Maybe they went through a little bit more adversity, and he wasn't the most talented kid on the team. Tonight's awardee has 3 varsity letters in football, 3 in basketball, voted captain in football, and twice in basketball. 2022 Defensive Back of the Year, the Ron Neiman Award for the Skilled Player of the Year, 2024 Special Teams MVP, Defensive Team MVP 2022 in basketball, second team All-Conference Defensive Back, first team All-Conference in basketball, GPA 3.976. Coach made a note to me. He's consistently demonstrated exceptional leadership, resilience, and a selfless commitment to his team and school community. Tonight's recipient is Max Olson from North High. Well, that's okay. That one's always the hardest one to get through. The next award is the Robert Gutchow Memorial Scholarship, and these are 2 scholarships. Typically, it's one for baseball and 1 for softball. Tonight, we're awarding 2 ladies from softball. I'd like to introduce Tyra Gutchow to talk a little bit about Bob Gutchow.
Hi everyone. As you all end this large chapter in your lives, I want you to think of all of the people who have immensely influenced you to get to this point. I'm sure the people that come to your head are truly amazing. My Grandpa Gutchow is one of the first people that comes to my head when I think of who I've wanted to emulate throughout my journey of life. He paved a beautiful life for himself and his family through hard work, ethic, outstanding morals, and immeasurable empathy. My grandpa was a Sheboygan native who loved to give his time and energy to all activities in this community. He loved supporting youth athletics, adult sports, the Sheboygan Softball Association and its teams, the Sheboygan A's, multiple charities, and many other Sheboygan area projects. He had been elected to many sponsorships, Hall of Fames throughout the years, and also received the Community Sponsor of the Year award. My grandfather never needed or even wanted recognition for the projects and people he served, and has instilled this trait not only in his 4 children, but his grandchildren as well. My grandparents started the Children with Cancer of Sheboygan Fund in 1999 as a way to continue to give back to this community. This fund helps assist families of children who are diagnosed with cancer. Standing strong today, my father and his siblings continue to oversee this fund to support families financially with gas cards, hotel stays, wig costs, medication payments, and other related expenses. Looking back at my grandfather's athletic career, he excelled in baseball, football, basketball, and golf. Of the sports he played, his heart lied within the game of baseball. In high school, my grandfather started at third base as a freshman on the Sheboygan North baseball team that made it to the state finals. He went on to play college baseball at Stout and then finished his baseball career playing in the Wisconsin State Semi-Pro League. His final game was at Milwaukee County Stadium, where he was scouted by the St. Louis Cardinals but didn't make the team. He was a little bit slower, not that fast. Because of my grandpa's love for baseball and youth sports, our family will be awarding 2 $1,000 scholarships to student athletes who display outstanding citizenship, academics, and who excel in baseball and or softball.
So tonight we have our first recipient, 2 letters in softball, and elected MVP in softball as a junior and served as captain in volleyball as a senior. Softball is still in session, of course, so there's a whole bunch of other awards that still have to happen. You received the Red Wing Award in volleyball as a senior, has a 3.9 GPA. Her name is Elena Thiel. Next, we have 4 letters in softball. Again, softball still in session. Team awards. She was elected captain as a sophomore, junior, and senior. Comments from a coach. Has dedicated herself to be the best softball player she can be, and he believes her hard work should merit all conference honors as a senior. Her spare time finds her volunteering her time with the Junior Raiders softball program, and she's hoping to attend the UW-Madison. Tonight's recipient from North, Isabella Wagner. Okay, next is the Thomas Manning Elks Memorial Award. It's given to a recipient from North, South, Kohler, Lutheran, or Christian, and it's worth $1,000. Tom was a founding member of this committee, an avid athletic backer of high school and college sports, and a longtime local businessman here in Sheboygan. Tonight's recipient of the Tom Manning Award has 7 letters, 3 in basketball, 3 in volleyball, and 1 in track. Earned the Rookie of the Year in track as a sophomore, elected captain as a junior and senior in volleyball, and as a junior in basketball. A note from her coach: this player displays dedication and unselfish team-first approach, which this committee sees. And I really, as I was going through all of your stuff, this committee really sees this as a common thread of the athletes in this room. They're really thinking about your teammate. This person is from North High, Sarah Shear. Now there's a series of Elks Sports Award. These are funded through the Elks Gridiron Committee, and each one is $1,000, and for a total of $7,000. First from Christian High, 9 letters, 3 in golf, 3 in soccer, 3 in basketball. Served as captain as a junior and senior in soccer, MVP in soccer as a senior. First team all-conference in soccer as a senior, a runner-up conference player of the year. In golf as a junior, academic all-state honors award from the Golf Coaches Association of Wisconsin, GPA of 3.96, Jackson Keel. I tell you, kind of go through some of this stuff a little quick, but you know, if we talked about all this stuff, we'd be here a long time. You guys are quite talented. Next, from Colner High, 8 letters, 4 in track, 4 in cross country. Served as captain as a junior and senior on both track and cross country teams. Cross country, 2nd team all conference as a freshman, 1st team all conference as a sophomore, all state as a sophomore, junior, and senior in cross country. GPA 3.93, Ben Reganitter. From Lutheran High, 5 letters, 1 in softball, 4 in basketball. Elected MVP as a senior in basketball, served as captain both her junior and senior years. Second team all-conference as a sophomore. First team all-conference in basketball as a junior. Unanimous first team all-conference in basketball as a senior. All-state honorable mention in basketball as a junior and senior. GPA of 3.6, Taylor Brigham. South High, 12 letters, 1 in cheer, 3 in basketball, 4 in cross country, 4 in track. Rookie of the Year as a freshman, Corey Winkler Award as a sophomore and junior. MVP in cross country as a freshman, junior, and as a senior. Served as captain in cross country as a senior. Most improved as a sophomore in basketball, and best teammate of the year as a senior in basketball. Second team all conference in cross country, track, cross country and track, state qualifier as a sophomore. GPA of 3.84, Kayla Wisa. From North High, 10 letters, 3 in football, 3 in basketball, 4 in tennis. Elected team captain as a senior in football and tennis. Most improved in football as junior and senior. I don't know what this is, but this sounds pretty good. JYD Award for work ethic in basketball as a junior. Second team all-conference tennis as a sophomore. First team all-conference in tennis as a junior. Tennis is still in session, so I'm sure there's going to be more. He's already been selected to join the UW-Madison School of Business, Tyler Conrad.
JYD is junkyard golf.
I knew JYD meant something. Yeah. JYD. All right. From North High, 14 letters, 4 in cross country, 4 in track, 2 in swim, 1 in basketball, 3 in golf. Rookie of the Year as a freshman in cross country, MVP as a freshman and sophomore in track, elected as a captain in both track and cross country as a sophomore, junior, and senior. All conference honorable mention in track and cross country as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. I don't know how you do all of that. Numerous sectional and state qualifiers. Qualified for the New Balance indoor track and field nationals in the 800 meters. Recipients Ryan Lang. Ryan Lang? Oh, of course he has to be smart too. There you go. We'll make sure Ryan gets that. From Kohler High, 7 letters, 4 in tennis, 3 in golf. Elected as captain in tennis as a junior and senior, MVP as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior in tennis. First team all conference, 4 years in tennis, state qualifier, all 4 years. GPA of 3.95, recipient Sophia Torkey. Next award, this is going to be the second year for this award. This has been needed for a long time, and our MC tonight's going to introduce you to Barb Klein, who's the sponsor of the next scholarship.
I'm not Barb Klein, but I'm taller than she is. She had a quick note. She's in Florida. In 1977, cheerleading and dance were nothing like today. Cheer uniforms were wool skirts and sweaters and blue and gold saddle shoes. Never wore them. Dance team wore plaid skirts with a plain bib. These athletes did not have the opportunity to compete like they do today, and at the most, they practice twice a week. Today's cheer and dance teams are competing and working out just as hard as any other athletic teams, and they need to be recognized at this time because they do put in the effort as their sport and have been for years. So this year's winner of the Barb Klein Spirit Award goes to, I don't know.
Oh boy, looks like a TV program. Our winner has been involved in the True Blue Crew as a junior and senior at North varsity dance team for 4 years. She has 4 varsity letters in dance at North, served as senior captain, part of 3 D1 state champions in hip hop division and 3 regional championships. Has been awarded the Silver Dancer Award, which I never knew there was one, but she has been one, for outstanding effort, dedication, and leadership shown throughout the year. Her choice, I guess she can pick wherever she wants to go, Minnesota, Wisconsin, or lacrosse. Brooklyn Bruner from North High. Next is the award for the best male athlete from North, South, Kohler, Lutheran, or Christian. The Gottsacker family, this is called the Harold Gottsacker Award. The Gottsacker family has been a longtime backer of the Gridiron Committee's scholarship program. This award is in the amount of $2,000. Harold was an original member of the Gridiron Committee. He's a local businessman, a community leader, and a great high school athlete. Ultimately went on to play football at the University of Notre Dame. The Harold Gottsacker Award was originally started by Harold's older brother, William Gottsacker. After a couple of years, he transferred management of the award funding to his sister, Andrea. From that point, all 10 children contribute towards funding the award each year. It's really kind of interesting because I call him up and I say, you know, we're getting ready for the year. He said, well, I'll give everybody a call. And the whole family answers the call and they fund the scholarship. That's what we mean about paying it forward. It's really important. The Elks Award is an important way for all of us to stay connected. That's from his mouth. We greatly appreciate all the work the Elks have done to keep this tradition in place. Interesting fact, even though Harold has been gone for nearly 50 years, the kids are still there honoring him. The 2016, God, that's still here. Holy moly, I didn't take it out. This person has 6 varsity letters, 3 in football, 3 in track, team MVP in football as a junior and senior. Defensive Skilled Player of the Year as a senior, Offensive MVP as a senior, Hurdler of the Year as a sophomore, junior, and senior, Team MVP as a junior. He holds a school record in the 110 and 300 meter hurdles. Conference awards, first team all-conference defensive back as a sophomore, junior, and senior. Running back. Return specialist as a senior, first team all-conference. All-conference defensive back of the year as a senior. All-region team defensive back as a senior, selected for the WIAA All-Star Game. All-conference honorable mention in the 100 and 300 meter hurdles as a junior. Second team all-conference 300 meter hurdles, state qualifier in the 110. Will be attending the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh, I believe, and be playing football. The award tonight goes to Vince Nienhuis. I had to keep reading that back. There was so much stuff on that resume. I had a hard time. I want to make sure I didn't get it wrong. Our next one is the Jan Muth Award for the best female athlete from North, South, Kohler, Lutheran, or Christian. This award is sponsored by the Michael Langen family and is also a $2,000 award. Mike or Pam Langen usually like to give this out, but they'll not be here tonight. Jan Muth, she played tennis at North. She was an athlete, and she just really backed kids. And so when she passed, the family wanted to start this memorial for her. This person has 4 varsity letters, all 4 in basketball. Served as captain of the basketball team as a junior and senior. Served as captain her junior and senior season. First team all conference as a freshman. Unanimous first team all conference as a sophomore. Second team all conference as a junior. Unanimous first team all conference as a senior. All state honorable mention as a sophomore. First team all state as a freshman, junior, and senior. Playing, I think she's going on to play basketball. I just didn't get where that was from. GPA 2.98. The winner of the Jan Muth Award for the area's top female athlete is Addie Verhagen. Okay. The next award is the Mike Muth Memorial, for the most valuable athlete. It can be awarded to a male or female from North, South, Kohler, Sheboygan Lutheran, or Sheboygan Christian. Mike was originally, I think, from Appleton. He was an accomplished athlete and went on to attend Northwestern, where he played football. Upon returning to Sheboygan, he joined his father in business, established himself as a community leader and local businessman. Mike passionately followed the success of the Cats from Northwestern. Mike's role in sports was as a leader and teammate. This award salutes the sixth man, the athlete who could play many roles and made the team better by his action and participation. This award winner, this is also a $2,000 scholarship as well, has 7 varsity letters, 3 in volleyball, 3 in softball, 1 in track. Served as captain as a junior and senior on the volleyball team. Served as captain as a senior on the softball team. Most improved player in softball, and as a sophomore was the MVP in volleyball as a senior. Notes from the coach. She motivated her teammates by reminding them to have a next play mentality. Her positive attitude and contagious energy helped keep her teammates focused and motivated. She was an incredible team captain and will be extremely hard to replace. GPA of 3.64. The Mike Muth Memorial Award winner is from North High, Emma Anderson. South High, Emma Anderson. I just don't want to start a turf war here. Okay, that's it. Just gave $21,000 away. Oh, God. Okay, but anyway, I'm all done. So thanks for the coaches. Coaches, you brought forth a lot of nominations. I want to thank the ADs and staff, Dan Stengel, Heidi Prinzinger, Chris Hine, and your new right-hand people, Michelle and Patty, and Ryan Springer from Kohler, Al Holzheimer, and Jason Klug. You guys, I can't do it without you, and our committee can't do it without you. I want to thank the sponsors of our scholarships and their families, the Gutchow family for their donations, the Michael and Pam Langen family, the Gottsacker family, Barb Klein, and Harrison family for their $1,000 donation as well. So the Gridiron Committee, and it's a scholarship committee. Congratulations to all of you, and wish you all continued success.
Who wants to win $500? Ready?
All right, to keep it legit, we got a Lutheran High grad here, Nate Hasenstein. To keep it legit. And, you know, just because we had the draft in Green Bay, thought it was gonna be cool and do the draft chime, but I can't get it on my phone, so I'm not that tech savvy. So, but anyways, $500 goes to
North High winner. Sorry, I know I do a lot of announcing, but Miles Panthereth. Come on down. All right. Powerful, large, adaptive, intelligent. These are some words you could use to describe our guest speaker tonight, Mr. Brian Butch. Mr. Brian Butch is a native of Wisconsin, playing high school basketball nearby Appleton West. While at West, as Bill said, he was twice named State Player of the Year. He also led his high school team to 2 state tournament appearances, including the state finals his senior year. In the quarterfinal game back in '03, he scored a state record 45 points. And I remember that because I was there. Later that season, Mr. Butch was named McDonald's All-American, which is one of the highest honors a high school player can achieve. Mr. Butch then went on to have a wonderful college career at the University of Wisconsin. Among his honors were first team All-Big Ten, All-Big Ten academic team, All-Big Ten sportsmanship team. I look up a lot of stuff. His teams weren't too bad either, including winning the Big Ten championship, going 31-5 his senior season, a number 6 ranking in the nation, and trips to the NCAA tournament. To this day, I don't understand why UW received a 3 seed in the tournament after being Big Ten champs. Anyways, in that tourney, Bucky made it all the way to the Sweet 16, where they were upset by some guy by the name of Seth Curry. He played for Davidson at the time. Yeah, Steph Curry. Yeah, Steph Curry, yeah, some guy by that guy, yeah. Butch also continued his basketball career playing professional overseas in high school. Yeah. More recently, Mr. Butch moved on to the field of sports broadcasting. He's radio host. He is the co-voice, as Bill mentioned, for the Wisconsin Badgers, along with Matt LePay. Butch also has done TV as a colorman on Fox Sports, a Big Ten network, telecasting mostly Big Ten play. Powerful, large, adaptive, intelligent are words that not only describe our guest, but a polar bear, which some of you may already know is the nickname of our guest speaker, Mr. Brian Butch.
We're gonna raise this up a little bit, all right? No offense, and just a little bit. First of all, congratulations to all of you. To be a high school athlete and have all the accolades that you guys have, there's a lot of time and effort that goes into it, and that's kind of one of those things that a lot of people forget. So first of all, congratulations to you guys. I'm gonna start with 3 main things we're gonna talk about today. I know I'm going to keep it somewhat short. I know you guys got going on. By the way, that guy, Steph Curry, he plays tonight in Game 7, so I want to get home and watch it. But when you look at, I know, thankfully, became an MVP and everything. It doesn't hurt as bad. All right, last game, I could say he was pretty good. So, but the first thing I want to talk about with you guys and the situation that you're in right now is this thing. All you guys want cell phones. All you guys are on your cell phones all the time. And that's the generation you guys are in. But my question to all of you is, why were you good athletes? Why did you have good teams? You didn't have these on the field, on the court, but you had success. To me, that's one of those things that right now, your generation is losing. You think everything is right here. And you forget why you've had success. Your success on the field, on the court, was because you talked to each other. You communicated with each other. You couldn't come out here and say, hold on, let me text you real quick. All right, I want you to cut off the wing and cut to the elbow. Hold on. Okay, did you get that? Did you get that? Did you make the cut?
What, you didn't get the text yet? It didn't send? Bad cell phone service in the gym, man. Like turnover, right? Like that doesn't happen. You guys talk to each other. You communicate. Most of you athletes play team sports. Some of you played individual sports, but most of you play team sports. You talk to each other. And it's one of the things that we're losing right now because we rely on these. I do the same thing. I'm downstairs working at 9 o'clock at night, and I text my wife, who's upstairs. Like, I do the same thing you guys are doing. It's not just you, but in general. It's one of the things that I see, whether it's communication when I sit and watch a Badgers practice when I'm down there, or when I'm watching another team shoot around for the Big Ten Network or Fox Sports. Whether it's myself and I fall into it. And it's one of those things that we need to become better at, is talking to each other. When you talk to each other, now all of a sudden you guys can achieve great things. And you've seen it with all your athletics. And it will always come back to the athletics. Why are you in this room? It's because you guys had success. It's because you guys found a way to continue to work hard and have a common goal and have a vision. So for me, that's one of the first things I want to talk about is relationships. And we saw all of your coaches that came in, so thank you coaches back there for coming and supporting all of your student athletes too. Because those are relationships that you want to continue to foster. So when you go off to college, make sure you reach out to them, send them an email, check in. Relationships are what make what we do in this world special. Being able to have those relationships. You have relationships with your parents, with your friends, with your family. You all will go separate ways. And to me, that's the biggest thing, is how do you continue to keep those relationships? What you guys have here is a special thing. High school friends will always be special. So how do you continue to foster those relationships? It's very, very crucial. The next thing, you have to have a vision right now. You have to have a vision on what you guys want to do. Here's the reality. Everyone told you how good you are. Everyone's told you congratulations. I'm going to be completely honest with all of you. All of you will fail in the next 4 years at something. It's called life. Now, I thought I knew everything. I've failed many times. I failed when Coach Ryan yelled at me and didn't play. I failed when I redshirted as a freshman and no McDonald's All-Americans ever failed. You will fail. I still fail. And all you guys are looking at me like, what is he talking about? I'm supposed to be, but that's the reality. It's a thing called life. I'm a dad of I've got a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. Two years ago, my son had a little bit of a head tilt. We went in, fought for him to get an MRI, found out he had brain tumor. So he had brain cancer. At 1.5 years, he had brain surgery. Last December, we found out that the brain tumor that we thought he had and was taken out and removed when he had brain surgery is back. Now, as a dad, my job is to make sure that I keep my kids safe, just like all your parents. Your parents they went to all your games. They loved everything you did. They're going to miss the hell out of watching you guys play. You don't know that yet, but they're going to be sitting there with an empty chair trying to figure out what to do with their Saturday nights, trying to determine what to do with their Friday nights, their Thursday nights, because you're not there. Because their job was to give you opportunities to have success. That's the reality. So my job is to keep my kids safe. And I can't do that. That's a failure to me. Now, it's out of my control. That's the thing I call is life, right? Like life is going to kick you and beat you down at times. The beautiful thing about athletics, the beautiful thing about all of you right now is you've lost already at times. You've lost games. You've had bad practices. You know how to handle failure. You've done it the last 4 years. You've done it the last 4 years. I know I'm supposed to get up here and give you the you rah rah speech, but the reality is life is going to give you curveballs.
That's the reality. If you ask any adult in the room, something is going to happen to you. If you ask any of them, something is going to happen to you that you have no control over, that life is going to say, here I am. You think you have a path? Good luck. So for me, how you handle that and what you do next, you have to rely on the athletics that you've done, on the skills that you've learned right now. This is your foundation. Your coaches have done a great job of telling you how to handle success and how to handle failures. You haven't realized it, but they're setting you up for what is next in life. And that's the crucial thing right now that you guys have. You guys have a great foundation because you guys have a great support system behind you that have taught you what's next. Now, what happens in college, what happens in life afterwards, you'll be ready for it. And that's one of the ways that we've been able to get through what we've been able to get through with our son. And I think that's the crucial thing that we've learned. It's through athletics. There's one thing I knew. Put my head down and work. Put my head down and make phone calls. When he had to have his brain surgery, the insurance company denied his claim because the procedure we were using was too new. Does that make any sense? No. When you get older, you'll understand insurance companies don't make a lot of sense either. Or our medical field. We'll get into that. It's a whole different thing. So what did I do? I put my head down and I called everybody I knew. Everybody I knew. And I said, we're going to find a solution to it. Within a week, we got the insurance company to flip their ruling, and he had surgery within a week. And it's because of one of the things is athletics. I called Coach Gard, I called Steve Stricker, I called Jeff Levering, who's called a Brewer game. I called everybody that was in my phone. Thankfully, there's some important people on the phone that were able to get this thing going for me and help me. But that's what athletics teaches you, is there's no shortcuts. There's no way you can't go around something. You put your head down and you work through it. Good, bad, ugly, whatever it is. And you're going to realize that. For me, it hit me straight in the head about 2 years ago. There was failures at times through my playing careers. I got cut many a times. I was in China and I got cut. The team went one direction and there was an airplane ticket on my bed sending me back home to America. Like, I failed. Those aren't life failures. At some point, you'll run into something that you don't know how to handle. Rely on your athletics. Rely on what you've been taught through all your great coaches because they've set you up for success. And then, like I said, to start it was have a vision. Know what that vision is that you want. Have that goal. Have that idea of what you're trying to do. To me, that's the part of it that's so crucial to what you guys are doing. You're going to have a vision. It might change. And right now, a lot of you think you know what you want to do with the rest of your lives. People ask, how did I get into radio? Well, I played basketball. That's what I wanted to do. I played professionally for 10 years. Played in Tokyo. I played in Dubai. Played in Germany. I played in Spain. Played for the Denver Nuggets for a short time. I ruptured my patella tendon when I was under contract with the New Orleans Hornets, now Pelicans. Right? Like there was that. My thought process was I was a normal athlete. Like I was decent at basketball. Like I'm going to play as long as I can because I don't want to work. I'm like, trust me, if you get a chance not to work, don't work for as long as you can. All right, avoid a 9 to 5 for as long as you can. That's all I was trying to do. And then all of a sudden, I had a chance to be a coach for the Wisconsin Herd. So I coached for 2 years and realized that might not be the best idea for me. Loved coaching, loved being a part of it, but 18 to 22-year-olds that had all the answers wasn't something that worked real well with me. And I got into the media world, and now I get to do that. But my vision started by I'm going to play as long as I can, and I'm going to follow my passion. And I think that's my advice for you guys. There's something out there called the JOB that any of you can get. You guys have a great foundation. I'm going to use that word a lot. But you have a great foundation to get any job you want. But it's a JOB. You know what you have to do first? You owe it to yourselves. Follow your passion. I haven't worked a day in my life. I mean, guys, I'm stealing money. It's unbelievable. They pay me to talk about basketball. Can you believe that? They pay me to talk about basketball. I'm stealing money. It's amazing. I'm 40 years old and I haven't had a real job my entire life. Do you know how lucky I am? Now, it's a job. I've got to get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. I got to talk about the Brewers. They finally won today. I got to talk about Steph. There's a job, and there's prep work for what I do for the morning show. There's prep work for what I do for calling games and watching games. But I haven't worked a day in my life yet. It's amazing because I'm passionate about what I do. And that's my challenge to you guys. When I talk about vision, follow where your passion takes you. You can go get a job at any point. When you've reached your job, your goal, and you've tried to follow your passion as long as it's gone, and now all of a sudden you're married, you got kids, you got to pay bills, then go get a job. We all got to get jobs at some point. Okay? I understand that. There's things that will come when you get older where you've got to get a job. Your goal should be never work a day in your life. Do what you love so much that somebody pays you to do it. And you get to walk in the door after working and say, hey, Adam, this is what I love to do. Yeah, this is fantastic. They're paying me to do this. Do you know how many times me and Matt LePay said that to each other? Like, they're paying me to do this. It's amazing. Like, as bad as, life gets at times, we get to say that all the time to ourselves. I get to say it tomorrow morning. Like, my paycheck, I get paid. It's amazing. It's awesome. So that's my challenge to you. The last thing I've got for you guys is this. You guys knew the Kentucky Derby happened yesterday, right? Watch that a little bit. Okay, here's my thing. The last thing, and it goes back a little bit to this thing. Instagram, Snap, all of it, right? TikTok. Run your own race. Don't care about other people. I understand at your age it's very tough to do that. But you have to run your own race. We hear a lot about GOATs, right? Who's the GOAT? Who's the greatest of all time? None of that matters. Run your own race. Be the best you. That's all you can ask for. It starts by, number one, having goals. You have to know what race you're trying to run. You have to sit down and be real with yourselves and create goals so that you know where you're trying to do and what you're trying to achieve. Don't just walk through life, say, I don't know I don't know what I want. But that's also why you're in this room, because all of you at some point have had goals. You've already done that. Now, goal setting changes when you come out and you're in college a little bit, whether it's goal setting athletically, goal setting career-wise, what you want to achieve and follow. The next thing is opportunities. One of the reasons that I'm able to move along in the media world is because I say yes to everything. Now, if you ask my wife and my kids, I'd probably say yes too much. But that's the reality. You never know what opportunity is going to push you to what you want. So when your opportunities come, you have to be ready for them. And the beautiful thing about life, talking about how tough life is at times, but the beautiful thing of life, you never know when that opportunity is going to come. You never know what you're going to do, when your number is going to be called. Shocking. It's a lot like basketball. It's a lot like sports. You never know when that time is going to come. So be ready for your opportunities. This one I think is probably the most important for me. It's accountability. You guys have to hold yourself accountable in the next stage of your life. You've had coaches do that, and I'm sure a lot of you have probably done that already when you've been honest with yourselves. You know the beautiful thing about kids your age? Best thing about it. As much as mom and dad want to complain about coaching and my kid doesn't play enough or go talk to a coach, the beautiful thing about kids your age, you guys know where you stand. You know where you're at in the pecking order. You know I'll talk basketball-wise here because I'm a basketball guy, but you know if you're the 6th person, 7th person, as far as how good you are and where you should play roster-wise. You guys know that already. You might go home and complain to mom and dad, but deep down, you know where you're at. You do. I lived it. I knew where I was at. You guys know where you're at. And I think that's the thing about being accountable. When you're honest with yourself and saying, yeah, I'm probably the 7th best player on my team, does that not make you want to go work a little more? Does that not make you want to go to the gym earlier or go to the weight room earlier to get better so that you're now the 4th or 5th? Or that you're the 2nd or the 3rd? That's the accountability I'm talking about. Now you've got to do that at the next level. Instead of blaming somebody, because if we want to make excuses, the reality is there's excuses for all of us. If you want to make an excuse, it's there. I mean, adults, you know, it's like, I don't want to work out this morning. I don't want to do this. I was up too late. I was this, or the kids are crying, or whatever it might be. There will always be an excuse for you. There will always be an excuse for you. It's your job to hold yourself accountable. A lot easier said than done, I get that. I understand that. But that's the thing, accountability is how you guys will take the next steps of your life and how you'll achieve what you want to achieve. And the last thing, to be the best you, right? To run your own race, to become the best person you can be, to be your own GOAT, because that's all you should care about, be your own GOAT, is teamwork. Nothing great has been achieved by someone doing it by themselves, ever. You have to have a team. Now, your team has been your coaches, your principals, your teachers, your parents, your siblings, you know, grandpa, aunts, uncles, step-parents, whatever it might be, aunts, uncles. That's been your team right now. That team will always be there. But don't forget about your team as you go off to college. I've said this before to start. Use this thing. Call your parents when you get off to college. Talk to them. Tell them thank you. Reach out to your coaches. Reach out to your ADs every once in a while. Reach out to your teachers. They're part of your team. Because like I've said through this, life is going to be tough at some point. You might want to reach out to somebody just to give you, somebody that's lived a little bit, for some advice. But you can't achieve anything great if you don't have a great team around you. And to me, that's the biggest thing, that when I look at you guys and what you have in front of you, it's great. You guys have accomplished so much, and there's so much in front of you. There's so much in front of you. Embrace it. Enjoy it. I appreciate for you guys listening to me. You know, I'll let you guys get out of here sooner than not. But I think the biggest thing I want to leave you with is relationships. Know that at some point something tough is going to come, and you guys are prepared for it. You know, the athletics have set you guys up to be able to prepare when something bad happens, because it will. And that's okay. It's okay. You're ready for it. And the last thing is run your own race. Be the best version of you that you can be. When you do that, you guys are going to live a great life. You guys are going to have great athletics, but you guys are going to live a great life, and it's going to mean you're going to give back to your community. Remember why you're here. Somebody says, hey, well, you guys are doing great things, and they wanted to give back. You'll have an opportunity to give back yourselves. And that's all you can ask for. Give back, become great citizens, do great things. All right? Proud of all you guys. Keep working hard. You guys are just scratching the surface of what you guys can become. All right? Thank you.
One more. Can we get a drum roll at least? Every other group had when we did this.
All right, we had a lot of great speakers throughout the years. We've had Bart Starr, we've had Bobby Knight, we have Kelly Klein a few years ago. This speech, this encouragement for all the kids, thank you so much. It was awesome. And the last one. Let's go.
It is from North, Zach Brown.
Is that the band? Zach Brown band?
All right, couple things here. If you received an award or a scholarship tonight, please come to the front at the end of the night. We want to give you a group picture of you all. Second, in the back, we have channel 990 or WSCS. This program is on YouTube forever and ever and ever. So if you go to WSCS, you can see it again. Third, two more things and we can go. Third, if you see any person with a blue shirt as you're leaving today, those are our Gridiron Committee guys. Please thank them as you leave. And finally, on behalf of all of us here at the Sheboygan Elks Lodge, we wish you all a wonderful last month of school. Hope your spring season's finished strong, and the best of luck in your future. Have a great night.